All right. My dear fellow listeners and viewers, good evening once again, and welcome to another edition of the Dr. Narine Dat Show. The whole idea of the Dr. Narine Dat Show is to create a safe space for positive energy and mutual respect. This evening, our guest is no other than Dolly, who took time off her busy schedule to join us. And so we hope that you will take the time to join us as well too, and take the opportunity to share our page as well too. Our show is very different than Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat, so we hope that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, Dolly, welcome to the show. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine, thank you, Dr. Narine Dat.
All
Um,
right.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
It's a pleasure to have you. So what we'll do, obviously, you're not in competition with anybody here in terms of time. You're the only one we have on here, so we have lots of time here. So what we'll do, we will give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to us. Maybe we have a few new folks listening and watching us. So take your time, introduce yourself to us. Let us know a little bit about you. And when you're done, we will obviously, ask you specific questions, and we'll get into the musical
Uh,
aspect of things as well too. So
could
take it away and
you
introduce yourself to us.
could you give me a few seconds to just share this link?
Oh, certainly, yeah, we can do that. So, my dear fellow listeners and viewers, while our guest is sharing the link, I want to remind you that there are a few different ways to listen to us. You can listen to us on a regular dial, that's the radio, 102.7 CKMS FM. You can also listen to us on Rogers digital cable for those of you who have the Rogers digital box. And of course, we are also live streaming our interview here. So, we hope that you take the opportunity to share our page.
Okay, okay, I'm back. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Yes. So take it away and introduce yourself to us. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Dolly, and I'm originally from Guyana, from a small village called Bushlot Village up in the Quarantine Barbies area. So there's a bush lot like in every county, but this bush lot is where we have Kennard's Memorial Horse Racing Track. So that's the bush lot I am from. Yeah.
Okay.
But right
All
now
right.
I live in, yeah, right now, sorry, right now I live in Toronto. Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit about your life growing up in Guyana. What was life like growing up in Berbice, Guyana? I was born and raised in Berbice, Guyana as well too. What was life like growing up as a child?
Well, those are the best days of my life, the very utmost best days of my life growing up then because you were young. It's a different era altogether where you
Mm-hmm.
walk, you run in water, walk in bare feet in mud and water, play with your neighbors
Mm-hmm.
in the moonlight. Don't have to worry about anything. It was quite a time. Climb trees. That's the best time. The best, best, best times of my life. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm very happy to hear that, by the way. And how about school? When you were in school, did you enjoy your journey in school at all? Did you have to travel far
Oh,
away?
no, it's absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed my school days to the fullest. I, from the high school I went to, I only lived like 3 minutes walk away from the high school. So that was great. But the only thing is that you have to walk at that time, you have to walk in mud. When it's raining, you have to walk in the mud. Then when you reach the school, you just like clean your feet, put your shoes on. But high school, great. Primary school, great. Fantastic. No, no
Wow. Mhm.
problems. Yeah.
Well, speaking of the mud, not anymore, Guyana has
Yeah,
developed in
that's,
so many different
that's what
ways,
I
right?
heard. Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. And so obviously you migrated here over 2 decades ago. Um, like what was your experience like after you migrate from Guyana? Earlier you mentioned that, your life in Guyana was a fruitful one. You enjoy your time there.
Yeah,
You mentioned that, it was the
yeah,
best time. And obviously you
yeah.
left all of that. You came to Canada. What was the, life like for you when you came here? The transition, the journey, all of that.
well, before I actually came to migrate to live here permanently, I came a few times on vacation. So I had an
Mhm.
experience with the climate, the winter. So I expected certain things, but it was a difficult transition for me in terms of getting from point A to point B because you're new and you are starting a life new. You don't have a vehicle to move around. But in terms of getting a job, I did very well. After 3 months, I was always working from then up to now. So actually, it wasn't that bad. It was good.
Good. So you've been in the same place for all of these years? You've like work-wise, you've been at the same place for all of
Uh,
these years?
yeah, work-wise, I am in the same field of
Field,
career
yeah.
for 25 years now.
Oh wow. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Excellent. And thank you for
yeah,
sharing that with us, by the way. Very much
yeah.
appreciated.
Thank you.
And so when was the last time you visited Guyana?
I went back in 2009.
Okay. And was it a good visit?
It was,
Meaning
yeah,
that you mm,
it was great. Yeah, it was great. Only that it was a bit very hot, but now I heard
mm,
it's so much warmer here. So yeah,
yeah. Yeah, a
it
lot of
was.
people usually complain. Yeah, a lot of people usually complain about the hot weather for sure. I had a friend who came back very recently, lives in Kitchener. And he told me that he could not wait to kind of to come back here, and they have all convenience there and whatnot. But I guess when you're accustomed to your life still here, I guess it can be a little
Yes,
bit different to adjust
yes,
back, right?
yes,
Yeah, for sure.
yes, yes.
All right. Well, I just thought I'd ask you, those pieces just so that we can get to know you a little bit more. But I want to kind of ask you a little bit about, your singing career and so forth. Obviously, we live in a digital world. People are always on social media and whatnot. I'm very active in social media myself, but I use it for the right reason. I've seen you, done a lot of dancing, all of these types of things. I've seen clips of you that way. But I also noticed that you started, to do some singing and so forth. So I just thought that, I take some time to ask you about that. What got you into singing?
Well, actually, I was never a singer. Um, so thought go
Mm-hmm.
before I get into the singing part. I was more,
Mm-hmm.
like more of a dancer. I self-taught myself some dancing. Ever since I'm a little girl, I'm always dancing. Everywhere I go, I'm dancing where there is a function with music. So during the pandemic, me and my classmates had um, every month we will post a Zoom for anybody's birthday for that month. So, and I'm always the one to do a dance.
Mm-hmm.
But I suffered whilst dancing. I was learning the Bharatanatyam dancing and I suffered a groin injury where I find that I could not dance. I really couldn't dance because I'm having these hip pain. So I told myself now, if I cannot dance, then I may try to sing. So that's what got me into singing. So then I start to sing a little by little. I keep singing, and this is where I'm here today. And I'm grateful and thankful for the people who give me this encouragement to keep going with the singing. Yeah.
Good. Good stuff. And so thank you, by the way, for sharing that with us. And so what is it that you like most about it? Because obviously you're new with the singing, as you mentioned, and whatnot. You did well in terms of putting together a few songs. You've done a few
Thank you.
videos and all of that. And despite the fact that you're fairly new, you've done well. What is it that you
Thank
like the
you.
most when it comes to the singing? Mhm.
Singing for me, it makes me absolutely happy. When I sing, I don't remember anything else in the outside world. It's just me and my singing.
Mhm.
It is like food for my soul. I just enjoy it. It makes me absolutely happy, and I am happy that the singing also makes some of my fans very happy.
Yeah. So it's like a win-win situation, right?
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
very happy feeling when you see I'm singing.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what we'll do, so that way, you have a little bit of a break as well too in terms of answering questions and so forth. So what I'll do, I will feature, a song of yours right now. I will only feature this song. I wouldn't feature the video for different
Exactly.
for different reasons, copyright
Yeah.
reason, all of these types of
Yeah.
thing, right? But we'll
Yeah.
feature, and then when we're done, when after the meaning that the end of each clips, I'll kind of get you to kind of reflect a little bit, tell me what was, the journey like for you to put it all together and all of these things. All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to randomly select this one here and you will tell us all about it. All right, so that was obviously one of your songs. So tell me,
Yeah.
let's get back to it. Tell me about this whole production. What was it like for you to put it all together? Because as you mentioned earlier, you were fairly new with this.
Yes. I'm only singing 4 years now.
Yeah, so
And
what
that,
was it like to put together this one, and including, the selection, all of these types of things.
well, those are the songs of the popular singer from Chutney singer from Trinidad, Rasika Dindia. So I her songs and music inspired me. So I wanted to make a mashup of a few songs of her. So I carefully choose those, and it is very challenging. It's very challenging to sing her song, but I think I did it. I think I did well. Yeah. So it was challenging, yes.
Good. Yeah,
And
well, thank you.
the music, the producer is from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sonny Raghubidal is from the Netherlands. So he was the one who did that production and the videography too.
Oh, really? And so did you do the recording in Canada or did you have to go there?
No, I did it in Canada. Yeah, right in
S-
Canada.
So the recording was done here and he put it
Yeah,
all together. Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome for sure.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. And so how much time did it take you to get it right? Because I mean, when you're doing a song, obviously, you want to have it right, right? You want to make sure that you have some sort of satisfaction. You want to make sure that it's good because it's out there, right? People are listening and viewing and all of
Yeah.
that. How
The
long did it take you to actually do the recording, apart from the preparation of it? Did you have to record it like more than
the
once?
the recording was, well, this was my fourth
Hmm.
song recording. So
Hmm.
he wanted 5 takes of it.
Hmm. Oh,
So I did 5 takes at the recording studio. Well, obviously, while recording, I to my own self know that, oh, this one didn't sound good. So you keep doing it until you get the best 5 takes to sell.
yeah,
So that
absolutely.
was very challenging too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so thank you. I just learned something there. Of course, I mean, it makes sense, right? You want to make sure you have the best pieces so that
Yes.
they
Yes.
can put it together nicely. And I
Yeah.
mean, in my view of things, I think
Yes.
it was nicely put together.
Yes.
Consider the fact that you've only been doing this for a few years now. So
Yes.
basically, you've challenged yourself, which is a beautiful thing, right?
Yes.
And one thing I can say to folks is that the best time to do anything is now. And I like how you did not wait for the perfect time. You just did
No.
it
Yeah.
because you wanted to do something
Yes.
different because
It is,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
It is something I love, and I just start singing 2 years. I don't have any formal training, and
Mm-hmm.
um, the Hindi language or Bhojpuri language is not my language.
Hmm.
I try my best with the pronunciation, and I try my best, and I'm not going to wait. Life is short. I'm not going to
Hmm.
wait like for perfection. I am going to continue to sing. Every day I will try to do a better me. Every day I'll try to do a better me of how I was the previous day and take it from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I love that kind of attitude and that's how it should be, by the way. Do you know anybody by the name of Babita?
Babita is my friend, yes.
Okay, okay. I'm only asking because it looks like I have a new viewer now.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way, for tuning in here to support to support your friend. I think that's important. And speaking of support, do you think that you've gotten, the support that you actually needed, at that time to put it all together? Because you've also mentioned when you were responding that it was challenging as well too, right? So my question to you is, did you get the support you were hoping for to put it all together?
Yes, before I answer, I just want to say hello to Babita
Yeah.
and thanks for tuning in.
Hmm.
I appreciate that. Yes, I got support. My family is my biggest support. I always get the utmost top support from my husband and son.
Hmm.
And anybody whom I would reach out for help, they would always support me. And I must thank um, a friend by the name of Judy Gayadin, because she was the one who took me way in the evening, all the way. It was is a rush hour. It took us such a long time. She took time off her busy schedule to drive me there to have the recording done. So I do appreciate it, and I wish to thank her very much for it.
And thank you for taking the time to do that. This is important.
Yeah.
While you are at it, is there anybody else you would like to say, not necessarily say hello, but to kind of acknowledge? Because it's important, Anybody else you would like to acknowledge while you're
Yes,
here that may have supported you,
yes,
through
yes,
this music journey here? Go ahead.
absolutely. Yes, I would like to acknowledge, like, there's a lot of people, lots and lots of friends. I would like to acknowledge, like, there's a Facebook friend by the name of Mary Prasad. She was always the one keep telling me, keep going, keep going. Zina Zindagi Abraham, Halimadi Mobin, Raj Kumari, Babita Prabhu. All of these people they inspire me, they encourage me. I want to say thank you to all the music producers for all the production we did. And a big thank you also to Nourish Singh, the videographer. videographer. He does a wonderful job with his videoing. And thank you to everybody else. Everybody, yeah, thank you very much.
Excellent. And how about new production, meaning that do you have anything new coming up at all? Anything people should be looking forward to in terms of music? Are you
I
working in
have,
anything at all?
yeah, I have some new stuff, but these things take time, right? It takes time. Trust me, it takes a lot of time to get a
I
song
trust
ready.
you. I trust you.
Yeah, because the first one took 4 months, one took 5, 6 months,
Mhm,
because the music producer, they are very busy. The
mhm.
videographer, they are very busy. Yes, but I do have some new songs coming, but I am not sure yet when they will be out or when the next one will be out.
Okay. And do you have a preference in terms of songs that you enjoy or like singing? Meaning, do you like the Bollywood aspect of things? Do you rather the
Well,
chutney, hot chatak chutney
I
thing, or what?
I my first I've been listening to Bollywood songs since, I guess, since I was a baby. Look,
Hmm.
I'm seeing the movies, so I like both the
Hmm.
Bollywood and the Chutney. And for Bollywood, I like more of the dance songs, the dance
Hmm.
music.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Fast music, yeah.
yeah, I like the dancing songs.
Yeah. That's oops. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. For sure. So, how about performance-wise? I know you know, I've seen bits and pieces on Facebook and so forth. How about places? Where are some of the places or venue rather you've performed and you can kind of look back and say, hey, it was really nice doing something different. Do you have have you
Yeah,
had the opportunity to perform at
yeah.
a few places,
When
to showcase your talent?
in 2022 in November month, it was my first concert. I was in a first concert in New York.
Mm-hmm,
November 2022 was the first one with Mr. Rohit Chan and
mm-hmm,
some
mm-hmm,
other
mm-hmm.
crew. That was it was real fantastic. Like it was totally a blast. Yeah, it was amazing with everybody.
So meaning that the response was a good one by the looks of it, right?
Yeah, it was good because a lot of supporters came out and they were there. When I started singing, everyone came on the floor and started to dance.
All right. Speaking of dance. I will feature another song of yours, so that way it gives you a little bit of a break as well too, my dear fellow listeners and viewers. For those of you who have just tuned in, you're listening and watching the Dr. Narine Dat Show. As I was mentioning earlier during the introduction piece, that the whole idea of the Dr. Narine Dat Show is to create a safe space for positive energy and mutual respect. We are joined this evening by Dolly, who has transitioned herself from dancing to singing, which is a beautiful thing. I love it. And so earlier I featured a beautiful song of hers, and so right now I will be featuring another one. So do enjoy.
Dolly in the Bungalux factory. Let me go.
And it looks like you had a good set of diverse people in that video as well. Speaking of diversity and inclusion that I usually promote, so that's excellent. Um, yeah, so tell me a little bit about that. I mean, you mentioned earlier about, the fast music, the heart beat and all of that, and this is a perfect example. So is this a perfect example as to what you like in terms of
Yeah,
song
yeah.
selection?
For chutneys, I like the wedding
Hmm.
songs. Um, because I feel that is where my vocal really will come out on those kind of songs. So
Hmm.
for this production, I was trying for a Bollywood song. That this was last year, so I was trying for a Bollywood song, but because I'm fairly new in the
Hmm.
singing, the Bollywood song was not. I was not getting it properly.
Hmm.
Time was going, and I said I want a song before the year end. So I said, listen to myself. I'm not going to waste time with the Bollywood song. I'm going to go for this Chutney song. I have to have a song before the year end. So I just switched that up, and um, I asked the producer if he could do his best so that I can get the song before the year end. And Mr. Big Rich and Pungrung's Factory, I have to credit him and his team of musicians for this wonderful music on this song. So after then I got the song out and I put the Bollywood song on hold. So that Bollywood song I brought it out this year. Yeah.
Okay, good. Looks like you had a plan. And so I like the way how you're responding here. You had a goal of wanting to, get this song out by the end of the year. You realize that it would have been tougher for you to do the Bollywood piece for the
Yeah.
reasons you gave
Yeah.
earlier, but that
Yeah.
did not hold you back from accomplishing your goal, which is a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. I want you to know I recognize
Yeah.
that, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Um, and so when you go places to sing, do you sing with live music or do you sing on track with your own music
I
or
have
both?
never, yeah, I've never sung with live music yet. All the places I went to, in fact, they don't have a live band set up. It was all
Mm,
through the tracks, whether
mm,
on the phone or using a USB.
mm.
Yeah.
And so are you okay singing on the track because you really have to be like
Yeah, on
on
my
it, eh?
own, yeah, on my own
Yeah.
songs, on my
Hmm.
own track, I am okay to sing without looking at anything. I can do that. Yeah.
Excellent. Good. And that's another beautiful thing as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it can be hard because some people can sing with live music like really, really well, but they will have difficulty singing on track. And some people can sing on track well and then they can be off of timing and so forth when they're doing live. And some people can do both, right? So
Yeah.
that's okay.
And
Whatever
one
works for you is fine.
And I think if it is live music and once the musicians know the song,
Hmm.
they can go along with you with playing the instrument. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's one reason the
Yeah.
practice for them
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
So you started about 4 years ago, you mentioned. And what would you say are some of the most interesting comments? Let's look at the positive pieces first. And then when we look at, constructive feedback and so forth. What were some of the feedback you've received from whether that be friends or, people watching and listening on Facebook or elsewhere? How did it make you feel knowing that you are new at this, but hey, you know what? Look, you have people supporting you.
Well, from day one, when it comes down to the Bollywood songs, from day one, the most, like, one of the most repeated comments from people were, you have a beautiful voice for the Bollywood songs. You have a beautiful voice and you have a powerful voice. And that made me feel really good. And for the chutney, like most people, you have a powerful voice. Your voice is powerful. Just go for the chutney songs. But I just don't want to just go for chutney. I love my Bollywood songs also. So I want
Mhm.
to switch up and do both of them. But most of the feedback was like, go for the chutney or you have a powerful voice.
Excellent. Good. I'm happy to hear that. So, well, let me take this opportunity here to say hello to a few people, depending where I'm looking
Okay.
at. I wouldn't be able to see everybody. But I want to acknowledge a few people very quickly here. I want to give a special hello to Mahendra. I hope that you and your family are doing well. Thank you for taking a sneak peek here. I've had Mahendra on the show when I had the older show. Let's chit chat with her right now. So maybe I'll have you back on the new show. Um, Zena, I'm assuming all of these people, I know my people, you know, I'm assuming these folks tune in to support you, which is such a beautiful thing. I think that's
Yeah,
always important, you know.
yeah.
Um, Salim, thank you so much for taking a sneak peek. Lee De Silva, we've had Lee as well too in the show here. Thank you so much for taking a sneak peek. And for those of you who I cannot see, because I'm not able to see everybody. But do know I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you take the opportunity to share the page as well too. That will be a good thing because more people get to know our guest here, Dolly. All right, and so you mentioned something about Bollywood that you do not want to stick only with the chutney hot music,
So,
even though that's one of your favorites.
yeah,
You've kind of open to risk and kind of step out of your
yeah,
comfort zone, which is excellent.
yeah.
Do you have like as you know, the Bollywood industry is really, really big, lots of singers and all of that. Do you have a preference in terms of, you know, singers or you know, specific likings for any sort of Bollywood music, meaning that the
Yeah,
older ones or the new
yeah.
ones or whatever else in
Absolutely.
between?
Yes, absolutely. Before I say anything, I just want to say hello to my good friend Zina D, and hello to all the wonderful listeners. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay, so for in regards to Bollywood songs and the singers, I am inspired by the late Lata ji and Asha Bhosle ji. Those two, yeah, I love those songs from them.
For sure, for sure. So I'm assuming that you've seen him live in the past as well, too, right? Because they came so many times here in Canada.
No, I never saw them live, but ever since I know I have sense, I am hearing their song. For the new singers, I fairly really don't know the new singers.
Mhm.
I stopped watching movies like a long time ago, so I have the old tunes in my head.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really don't know too much of the newer songs,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
I'm watching Facebook and it's on a reel. Like that Ajaki Rat one was on the reel. Every time oh my God, all the time I'm seeing it on the reel until I said, you know what, I'm going to go learn this song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if you have an opportunity to see Asha Brosley, do not miss it.
yeah, okay.
It's a whole different feel. That I'll tell you for sure. I've seen her a few times she came to Toronto. Unreal, unreal. Yeah, but anyways, let's come back to you here. And so obviously, you are still working, meaning that you still have your professional career,
Yes,
your husband, your
yeah,
mother, all of these types of things.
yeah.
I like how you mentioned earlier, prior to us starting the show, you mentioned that, or I believe you also mentioned on the show here, you do meet with a friend of yours. You meet every so often. You gather together. I hope you can hear me there.
I, yeah, I could not, it was, it froze, so I couldn't hear this last, when you were going up talking about meeting with friends, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. That's because we are live and anything can happen here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna repeat. So what I was saying or asking, you had mentioned earlier that you normally meet with a friend of yours, you know, I believe once a month, and you kind of celebrate, you know, birthdays and all of these types of thing. My question to you was, you know, who came up with that idea? Because to me, it's such of a beautiful thing when people can come together to celebrate.
Well, it was my idea to make this WhatsApp group, and I was looking for my classmates from when I went to high school. So I found most of them and I created this group. But then there was another friend, she sings, her name is Debbie or Nakati Pasad. So she would do this Zoom link and for once per month for everyone's birthday for that month. So for entertaining, I do the dances and she would do the singing. Yeah.
Amazing. And so do you folks continue that or that is on pause? You still do
It's
it?
on, it's on pause because I guess everybody after the pandemic it finished
Mm.
now, so
Yeah, yeah,
people are
true.
quite busy with their own
Hmm.
life. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm only asking because for me it was such of a great idea, right? So that's awesome for sure. And so many people may have seen it already, but just in case, you will be performing at an event coming up that I'm aware of. Can you tell us a little bit about that in terms of what people can expect from you? I'm referring to the December the 6th event taking place in
Yeah,
Toronto.
it's called Concert of Hope, and the promoter is Mr. Satish Udairam, who lives in Florida. So he will be doing this event here on December 6th at Mr. Paul Rampasad Calypso Hut in Mississauga. So there will be a team of wonderful singers there. And of course, I saw you there as the host also, that you will be there also.
Yes, I'll be there actually, and I'm actually looking forward to it. It's nice to get away from everything else, because I work in mental health, you know. So
Yes,
it's nice for me to get away from everything else and kind of
exactly. Yeah,
be in a different atmosphere, you know, where it's actual
yeah.
entertainment and fun. So I'm honestly looking forward to that for sure. Definitely. And so what can people expect from you that night? Will you be singing some of your favorites? Will you be singing, a couple of your, your hot numbers, so to speak? Let me put it that way.
I will sing depending on the amount of time given, but I will sing my own songs, my own cover songs, and my own Chutney songs. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that, by the way. And if you notice, sometimes people kind of, try to work together to kind of try something different. So, for example, Apache Warrior has done a lot of work with different singers where, they come together and they kind of, do songs
Yeah.
together. Let me be more specific. And, it's something new, it's different. Would you consider something as such at all, or you have not given it a
Yes,
thought as of yet?
no, I have consider it with a few, with some male singers, but they said they advise that they are not in collaboration to do go on that yet. But definitely it is on my mind to do like even with a female singer, like we both could do a mashup together or something like that. Yeah, it is on my mind. It's something to in the future that I'm working on.
Yeah, it looks like we were disconnected for a bit. Can you hear me still?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It looks like we were disconnected. I'm not sure what happened, but like I said, when we are live, these are very normal types of things, and so that's okay. Yeah, so I was asking you about working in partnership with other folks, and you kind of responded to that. And to the viewers and listeners, we are aware that you may have missed some of the things that we were talking about because we are doing live show here, and these things will happen from time to time, right? We don't have control over these things, so it is not like we are in a studio and we are recording 5 times until we get it right. Right? We are live, and that's part of the risk we have kind of taken here. And so Dolly, when you are not, practicing to sing, as you mentioned earlier, it takes a lot of time, to do all of this preparation and practice and all that. When you're not doing any of this, What is it that you do with your time? Meaning that do you cook? Are you a good cook? Can you make doubles? Do you have a favorite dish that you
I
make?
well, I I love to sew equally like how I love to sing.
Hmm.
So sewing is also a big thing in my life. It's part of my life. So when I'm not singing, well, leave out cooking. Cooking will always before dinner time. Cooking will be done. But I take time to sew. I sew most of my own clothes. So I love to sew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit because I know somebody from Guyana who used to do a professional job and something went wrong there, and that individual was a professional seamstress in Guyana. So she started something here, and I have to tell you, she is doing amazingly well. Like she's doing it
Very good.
professionally here, and she has um, like long wait lists. Like she can do wedding dress and she can do the bridesmaid dress, and she does
Very
it
good.
all.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Did you learn like when you were in Guyana, or
Well,
did you just learn during the pandemic?
well, to start with, my mother is my number one inspiration when it comes to sewing because she's a professional seamstress and she got orders from small retailers for different stuff. So while she is cutting, I'm always sitting next to the floor there watching at her cutting. So she never actually showed me anything. I only watch and observe.
Hmm.
And at the age of 14 years, they have the horse racing going to take place
Okay.
at Christmas time. I want a new dress, and she was busy. She's not having time to sew it. So I took it upon myself at 14 years of age. I cut that material and I made that dress myself. Ever since then, she never sewed back a dress for me. I from then I'm sewing all my clothes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. So does that mean that some of the clothing that we have seen you with, in your
Yeah.
performances and so forth, you've done some of them? Are you able to share that?
Um, for the not the foursome, but for those the other songs you played or all the other songs, I
Hmm.
made those outfits myself. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. That's great. And so where do you get the fabric from? You go to,
I I get a lot of my family they live in Montreal, so I
mm,
get a lot of fabric from there because my brothers they work in a fabric place,
okay.
so they're always bring. And then I buy too from the fabric store here.
Excellent. And how about the stuff you wore on, you have on right now? You did those ones on your own as well, or you purchased those
No, I
ones?
this the blazer is custom made by somebody in Guyana
Oh,
when I
wow.
went. Yeah,
Oh, excellent.
yeah,
I'm happy to hear that.
thank
Guyanese
you.
are talented and smart
Yeah,
people, right? They're yeah, yeah. That's
very much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so you mentioned earlier about the cooking piece of things as well too. And you mentioned something about the cooking will always be there. Do you have like a favorite at all? Like, do you have favorite things that you cook? A favorite
Not
dish that the husband and son will make requests for, every so often?
no, they are easy to work with.
Mm.
Whatever I cook, they will eat without no complaints. Anything without any complaint. But I also bake. I do these novelty cakes for people or friends whenever they have a big birthday, a milestone birthday. I do those things also.
So do you cook a lot of Guyanese dishes?
Most are Guyanese because my son loves the Guyanese food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he was born over here or born in Guyana?
Yeah. No, over here.
Oh, born here. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for that. So obviously, earlier you mentioned that you started fairly, recent when it comes to your
Yeah.
singing. It's been about 4 years and
Yeah.
whatnot, and you've done well considering the fact that
Thank
you've
you.
only started recently. So let's say we have folks watching now and they've kind of, doing their thing, at home, in the basement and all of these types of things, but they want to take it to the next level and whatnot. What advice do you have for them in terms of taking it to the next level, kind of like what you have done?
You have to keep going. Just do your thing. If you so love it, keep going at it. if it's a singing, that requires practicing every day. Keep practicing every day. Do your thing. Don't bother with nobody. Don't bother with any negative things. Just keep on doing. Keep on doing it. And every day you get better and better.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you handle constructive feedback? Constructive feedback can be good in a sense that that's how we grow, right? Because nobody's perfect. I've never met any perfect person. You know, I myself continuously try my best to be a better version of me, so to speak. But sometimes if people don't know how to give feedback and all of that, it can be taken, a different way, or it can be extremely hard as well too, right? And it can be damaging as well too in different ways. How do you handle constructive feedback when it comes to bettering yourself,
I
whether that be
am
singing or otherwise?
you know what? I am happy with constructive criticism or feedback because, as you said, it helps you to grow. So if somebody said something about a song, like I, I listen to them. I listen to them. You go back and listen, then you realize, yeah, they were right. That part didn't sound good, and I take their advice and I take up, do stuff to improve myself. I am not upset at all with no negative criticism or constructive criticism. It's a learning process and you grow from it for sure.
Excellent. And how about like a mentor? So anything we do in life, it's so important to have a mentor, um, somebody to kind of guide us, somebody to, give us a little bit of an advice and all of that. In your case, the stuff that you do goes in public. Do you have somebody that you normally go to and kind of say, hey, you know what? Look, I've done this. I want your opinion on it before I get it out. Do you have anybody as such at all to
Yes,
guide you along?
yes, I have a few friends in the musical field. Some of them are not singers. Some are singers who I would send the song to, and even if they're not singer, they know what needs to be corrected, what
Hmm.
I should improve on. And if it is a singer, for sure, they give me the feedback. So I go with that, and you keep doing the practicing till you could get it right. But I don't have like one person that I am sharing stuff from and relying on their advice or what they need to tell me. I have a few people
Hmm.
I share my stuff with, and they can help me. They help me when it comes to like to get something to the best.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. So, as you know, we all go through challenges in life at different times, right? We all do from time to time. Despite the fact that all of us, have gone through challenges in life, there are things that you can look back and be grateful for, regardless of what challenges you have had. What are some of the things you are grateful for in your life?
I am grateful for all my friends, them, all my family, my friends, everybody who support me. I made new friends with people, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I came this far with how far I'm at singing. I'm very grateful. I'm happy. It made me happy. Yeah.
Good. I like that because at the end of the day, you have to be pleased and happy with the things that you are doing, right?
Yes.
Absolutely, for sure. So listen, I'm aware that this is the Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada here. So we're celebrating Thanksgiving. And so I want to be mindful of that. Are you doing anything at all for Thanksgiving at all? Do you guys have anything planned at all, whether that be today or tomorrow?
We had our lunch
Mm.
earlier by my in-laws. So, because my family, I don't have family, my family lives in Montreal, my immediate family.
Oh,
I am the only one here, and I don't have no relatives or family here, just my in-laws. Yeah.
good. It's good to know that you're getting along with those in-laws, right? Because I've
Yeah.
heard of different stories, not about you, but generally speaking.
No, 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 no. They are very nice.
No, I didn't mean this in in a
Yeah.
bad way, but I mean, I think in life we have to have a little bit of fun, and I think that's okay. So I'm very happy, that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm happy to hear that you've had some time
Yeah.
with the family, including your in-laws, which is excellent, which is great. While we are at it, I really would like to take this opportunity to wish everybody here, who are taking time to kind of gather together, and kind of celebrate. Any opportunity, we get to celebrate life, I think we should take advantage of it, because it's such a beautiful thing. Study shows that when we can come together, celebrate, embrace all of these things, it is such of a beautiful thing. And so I'm glad that you had that opportunity to kind
Yeah.
of do that. Tomorrow, obviously, it's holiday here in Canada, and
Yeah.
for those of you who will be celebrating in whatever ways you celebrate, make sure you do it safely. There are a lot of events and a lot of things happening, obviously, all over the place, right? People who don't have family and so forth, they will go to different gatherings and all of these things, and people do all kind of different things, right? So I hope that in whatever way you celebrate, I hope when I say you, I mean like the audience and
Yeah.
listeners and whatnot. I hope you folks, take the time to celebrate in ways that works for you, but in a safe manner as well too. So I want to make sure I say that. I'm giving you the opportunity, Dolly, to say any last minute thing you would like to say, but I want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm very pleased to hear of some of the things you've said. I like the fact that you said that luck, you enjoy dancing, but you're not able to do it as much as you would have liked to. But you know what? You ask yourself, what's next for you? And you said, why not singing? And you've given it a try. And look how far you've come,
Yeah.
right? You've come so far to a point where you produce song, you put songs together, you perform at events, people are liking it and so forth. So that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing, eh?
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you coming here. Maybe in the future we'll have you back and so forth. But I look forward to see. We will see each other actually on
Yeah.
December the 6th. I'm looking forward to that, and whatnot. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to say, take your time, and any last minute thing you would like to say here, please take the time to do it. And I'll kind of let you go so that you can spend the rest of the time with your family during this
Yeah.
long weekend here.
Well, okay, I would like to firstly say thank you so much to you, Dr. Narine Dat, for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be here. And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And for all the wonderful listeners, I want to say thank you so much for the people who tune in. Thank you so much for tuning in to support me. And happy Thanksgiving to the Canadian people. And I am grateful for everyone's support. Like for everyone who supported me from day one. I am very thankful and grateful for that, and I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the music producers, the videographer, and dancers, and everybody else for everything. And last but not least, I thank my family, my immediate family, my husband and my son, for their wonderful support from day one. They're always with me. If I need something, if I need to go somewhere, they're with me. And my son said to me, Mom, I'm so proud of you. And that made me feel like, that's the best compliment I got. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. One thing I like, about you, based on your response here, you were very grateful for all of these opportunities that you've had. You embrace everything that comes your way, and that's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
And I hope that people who are listening and were listening and whatnot will gain something from this, because it is easy for us to kind of get caught up into the one or two things that are not going so well in our lives.
Yeah.
But I can see you're one of those that really, look on the positive side of things, and it looks like you are one of those that don't give up as well too. It
I
looks like
don't know.
I can tell.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
I have a few friends who would say to me, You are really a go-getter. You
Mhm.
persevere. I admire that with you.
Awesome. Yes, and they are right, because despite the fact that we have only, we've only spoken here for less than an hour, I can tell, and that's the kind of way you want to live your life, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if we are too comfortable in our zone, we wouldn't really get to experience too much. We'll kind of remain at one level. And I like how you're pushing, right? And that is a beautiful thing. So I personally look forward to see what else you have in store for us, as time goes by, maybe, something new, something different and all of that,
Yes,
because you have it in you and that's all that matters. All right.
yes, exactly.
All right. So, my dear fellow listeners and viewers, as we are officially approaching the end of tonight's program, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to the Dr. Narine Dat Show. On behalf of myself and my guest Dolly, both of us would like to join together and wish you a great today and even a better tomorrow. We'll see you next time.
Bye. So, so I can leave.